Hello everyone. Welcome to the online video presentation. I am Mohammad Sharif, lecturer in English, Nalanda Degree College, Anantapur. I personally believe that a mother is the replica of humanity, and in inculcating ethics among the children, I therefore, with utmost love, affection and humbleness, dedicate this presentation to all the mothers in the world. A few visuals and moral stories included in this presentation are taken from different sources of internet and other social media. I would like to express my heartfelt gratitude to those unknown sources which helped me to make this presentation more effective and understandable. The topic I am going to deal today is human values and ethics. Let's have an overview of what we are going to deal during this session. Let us first try to understand the objectives. It is to understand what is humanity, to understand what are human values, to understand the types of values, know the centers of human values, to know the contributing factors for human values at different levels, to understand the relationship between human values and ethics, to analyze human values as universal elements, to understand the adverse impact of human values when they are compromised. So, now, the major question, what is humanity? If we look at the dictionary definition, it says compassionate, sympathetic, or generous behavior or disposition, the quality or state of being humane. If that is the case, what is the meaning of humane? It means kind, kind-hearted, compassionate. Then, who are human beings? Scientifically speaking, human beings are of the class of Homo sapiens. In literary terms, we can say that a human is an evolved animal with high level of intelligence and highly capable of learning from time to time. Now, let us try to understand different types of values. The first question is, what are values? Values are the things that we believe are important for us to project ourselves in our life and in this world. They help us to decide our behavior and contribute to the harmony in life. They, in other way, reflect our inner sense and nature. So the values are related to something what you possess internally. It tells us your character, your behavior, how you reflect. Then, how many types of values are there? Basically, they are divided into two types. Intrinsic values or inner self values, extrinsic or relational values. What's the difference then? Intrinsic value is something which is good by itself. It is not physical thing. It rests and develops in one's heart or inner self, and it is worth in itself. For example, truth, goodness, courage, self-control, self-denial, self-discipline. They are all born from the inner sense of a human being. whether you want to tell the truth or lie, whether you want to be good and polite with other people, and how courageous you are, self-controlness, and self-denial. Denial here means if you are doing something wrong, you should deny yourself from doing that thing. That means you have to control yourself. You should not allow yourself to do that. A kind of self-discipline. Then let us see what are the extrinsic values. These are the values assigned by external factors and are dependent on relationships with others or other things. What are the examples for this? Wealth, fame, physical fitness are some of the extrinsic values. This is a value which leads to a good thing or a good feeling or happiness. And they change according to the time, place, context, and culture. What is all this about extrinsic? Okay, wealth first. Let us take wealth. How it is related? See, wealth is something you have got some money, and with that money you are supporting a very needy person. So that gives you lot of happiness. So happiness is an intrinsic value. So this extrinsic relationship or extrinsic value is giving you more pleasure, more happiness. So it is adding to the intrinsic. In the same way, you are physically fit. You can do something on your own. So you do some kind of support. See, for example, there are floods. So people have to be rescued. You are physically very fit. You can do anything to save some of the people. So you go there, you rescue them, you bring them out to the safety. This physical fitness is giving you a lot of support to develop your intrinsic values, your courage. So that gives you a happiness that you have saved somebody from a problem. So they are interrelational as long as you do the good things. Now, what are human values? Before we go in detail to discuss about the qualities, I am having a small story for you. Let us go for that. The young man and the old fruit vendor. It was the habit of an young man to come to the market along with his wife almost every alternate day and buy fruits from an old lady. And after buying the fruit without any bargain, he uses to cut one of the fruits that he purchased, tastes a small piece of it, and complains that the fruit is not tasty and it is bitter. The old lady argues that the fruit is tasty, and the young man gives her one of the cut pieces to taste and tell him about the taste. She tastes it and reports that it is very sweet and savor. He expresses the feeling that she is telling lies and hands over another piece, and she again replies the same. But still the young man doesn't agree and offers piece after piece and asks her to taste. He does so till she eats the entire fruit and at the end agrees with her words and leaves the place. What happened? One day, while they were walking back after buying fruits, the wife asked her husband, "Look, I have noticed that every time you buy fruits from that lady, you ask her to cut one fruit, you taste a part of it and tell her that it is not tasty. And she tastes it and says it is good like any other fruit. Then you give her another piece and ask her to taste. I noticed that you make her to eat the entire fruit, but her reply is the same. Why do you do so?" The humble husband smiled and replied, I know, I know that all the fruits that she gave to me are good. But she is a very poor and old lady. She cannot spare to eat one, as she is losing the amount of that one fruit. It is a great loss for her. She cannot afford to eat one for herself. I am making her to eat a fruit from what I have purchased, so that she will not lose her income. This, I feel, is a matter of humanity. The wife nodded her head with high appreciation for her husband's humble and humanitarian approach. On the other side of the story, the granddaughter of the old woman, asked her, Grandma, I am noticing that every time those couple come to you, you overweight one fruit. Why do you do so? Isn't it a loss for you? The grandmother replied, Look, my sweetheart, what you noticed was true. I always sell them the best fruits. But this young man is very kind-hearted and humane. He wants me to eat at least one fruit so that I can keep fit. That is why he always raises an argument about the taste of the fruits. And he makes me to cut the fruit and insists that I eat it fully as if it is not tasty on one side or the other. He feels that I don't know about this, but I know it all, and I am very much touched by his humane character and the humane values that he exhibits towards me. You know, my ethics won't allow me to take a fruit from what he has purchased by paying the proper price. So, I intentionally add one extra fruit while I weigh. I know that he will make me to eat it. So I am eating the one which belongs to me. Really. The granddaughter was highly impressed by the ethics of her grandmother and feels that this is what she should follow in her life. Let's now try to understand various elements involved in human values. Universal love, truth, honesty and loyalty, care, concern and sharing, friendship and brotherhood, empathy and sympathy, acceptance, civility and peace, respect for oneself and others. So universal love, we can say that love is related to an expression just between you, your family or your friends. But universal love stands for connectedness of all human beings, or say all living and non-living things, not only in this world but in the entire universe. You feel happy when you look at the nature, you love the nature. You feel happy when you look at an animal, maybe a pet dog of yours, or maybe something that you see or you come across on the road and you feel you love it. So it is universal love. Truth, honesty and loyalty are considered to be the divine human values. It's true that in the present days, people are feeling it very difficult to follow these very important human values. But still, the persons who adhere to these values, of course, they may face a few problems at the initial stages, but as the time passes, if they withstand to all these problems, these values will bring them rewards, and their soul will be very happy, and they can feel it that they have got all that they need by insisting in truth, honesty, and loyalty. Caring and concern. This is for someone who we know or we are associated with, like our friends, relatives, and people in our close circle, or it may be those people whom we don't know, but who are in need of some support. At the same time, care and concern, not just towards humans, but towards animals, is an extraordinary or elevated form of human value. Look at these two pictures. A person is feeding the stray dogs on the road, and a very sincere forest official giving banana to a monkey. These things happened when there was the disastrous COVID was going on at the peak. And now look at this squirrel. Look at it. It is requesting for some water.
He's thirsty. Drink water.
You can tell he's been fed before, huh?
How do I give it water?
See, the family is now giving it water. It was so thirsty. Look at the humane behavior of these tourists.
He's gone.
They have given some water to that nice creature. That's the highest level of humane value or human values. The next one is friendship or brotherhood, or the sharing that comes in this kind of bonding. Friends and friendships are the gifts for leading a life of mutual sharing, comforting thoughts, helping each other, and maybe they are supporting each other to grow to the highest peaks. So friendship in several cases evolves to the level of brotherhood. The feeling of being from one same family, that's another level of human values. Then empathy and sympathy. Empathy is the capacity to understand or feel what another person is experiencing from within. And sympathy is the feeling about feeling sad for someone else because of something bad has happened to them. There is a slight difference here, empathy and sympathy. Empathy is we are entering into the shoes of the other person to feel the problem. Usually persons like professional persons like doctors or lawyers are given as the examples that they should be more empathetic. The doctor, when a patient complains of some problem, he should feel it. He should feel how much pain or how much suffering the patient has got. Then only he will give some counseling, or he will console, or he or she will console the patient. Same way, the lawyer or a judge should understand the situations leading to some issue. Okay. So sympathy is a human being, any human being, a very friend, a good friend or a relative or someone we know, we can express sympathy with. Then acceptance. Listening, accepting and respecting the feelings shared by others, or valid and true suggestions given by others, is another great example of maintaining human values. You should not be adamant when somebody gives you some suggestion. Acceptance in several instances stands for respecting others and giving them the due respect they need for something they have offered to us in any form. This leads to a promotion of cordial relationships, creation of friendly bond between person to person or family to family, community to community, and even country to country. It is, in other words, being impartial. Civility and peace. These are also two very important human values. Civility means to be formal and polite with a behavior of courtesy and politeness of speech. We can also see it as a polite remark used in formal conversation. It represents the quality of our behavior with our fellow civilians, irrespective of caste, creed, community, religion, nationality, and gender. Peace is something which helps good relationships and value to a family. A good family contributes to a good community, which in turn contributes to a good nation that leads to peace and prosperity in the world. Peace is one of the guiding principles in assuring human values in the world. That is the reason why those who pray for peace are always considered to be at the peak of their human values, humanity. Then, respect for oneself and others. It is very, very important that you should have a feeling of deep admiration or value for yourself and for the others also. It is said, if you say hello sir, they will say hello sir. If you call them with something else, in return they will call you in the same way. We know that action and reaction are equal and opposite in direction, Newton's third law. So that means if you respect others, they will respect others. What you give, it will come back to you. What you sow, you reap. Now, let us try to understand the contributing factors for human values. Well, the first thing is the family. A child learns a lot from the family. And if a family practices moral values like truthfulness, care, love, affection, friendship, brotherhood, they are automatically learned by a child. This helps the child to shape up with a good attitude towards the society. And it's naturally a child brought up with all these qualities of love, care, and proper guidance during making decisions. As he grows, he prospers with the same characteristics, and he or she exhibits the same type of attitude towards the others, their friends, maybe towards the society. And you know, the family history, traditions, and cultures also play a pivotal role in developing human values. To be precise, we can say good parenting plays a key role in improving and following human values of a child. Then what else? The institutions. The institutions may be schools, colleges, or any educational or training institutions where the child or the youth is associated. there he will be having or she will be having a limited circle of people of their own age group or maybe from their own circles. Always remember, the institutions can include them as their institutional norms or follow as organizational culture. Educational institutions help the children to understand ethical behaviors like accountability, developing moral values, and pro-social behavior. This is where the youngsters, the children, start learning a lot from the outside world. The basic step, the family is the first institution. The family is also an institution, but a limited, a circled institution, whereas an educational or that type of institution is a little bit broader institution. Then of course, the largest one is the society. Here, the child or the youth learns orderliness and civility among the people, which leads to peace and prosperity at various levels. When we say that, we also have to look at the diluting factors, the disturbing factors. First of all, it will be once again the family. When the human values are at the least, it leads in a family to poor and delicate relationships among the family members, which in turn lead to lack of moral values like truthfulness, happiness, love, affection, friendship, brotherhood among the members in the family. As a result, there may be serious disputes, misunderstandings among the family members, and maybe they may also get involved into immoral practices and unfair relationships. So it's a kind of deterioration of human values. At the institution level, unwanted restrictions are too much discipline at the institution, and lack of symptomatic treatment, sympathy and empathy towards the inmates from the institution side are serious violation of child or human rights. This I am talking because a child may be having so many problems which need to be symptomatically properly understood by the institutions, and they should not trouble the child or the youth in the name of discipline. That is one of the place where the human values may increase or may dilute. And in the society, the social structure is a very big, a very dangerous one. The hierarchy of so many things I don't want to discuss in detail. And then increased interest on material possession, self-centered approach among the members in the society. The material possession once again leads to increased attraction towards luxuries, leading to unfair means of earning, including corruption and all these things. So they dilute the human values. Okay, right then. We'll stop here for the time being, and we'll continue the session in the next presentation. Hope you could follow the session. Thank you.